The base model 958 is a coil-over system, meaning the coils sit directly on top of the plugs. The engine is also a V6, not a straight 6. While the angle is slight, the coils and plugs do not go straight up and down in red arrows. Before you begin, make sure you are working on a cold engine. The wiring harness and connectors for the plugs get extremely brittle over time. You will probably have to get in with a pick to help separate the connections, so give yourself more room to work by pulling up and off the front cover, red arrow. Here is an example of a broken connector. Most of our project cars' connectors were broken. There should be a small tab where the red arrow is. You would gently lift this, which releases the locking connector, blue arrow. These get brittle and most of the tabs don't make it past the first plug service. We use a small pick to get in and gently pull the connector away from the tab and then lift it up to separate them, red arrow. We are showing you on the front connection as there is very little room between the intake runners to do this, let alone get a picture of it. With the connector separated, you can see the small nub that you need to assist the tab over, red arrow. If the connector is not broken, use a small pick and gently, very gently lift the release tab, red arrow, and separate the connection. Here is another damaged connector. We slipped a small pick down by the blue part to help separate them. As you work your way down the intake runner, the connectors get deeper and deeper into the runners. If you cannot get the connection separated, remove the coil from the plug before separating the connection. I found the easiest way to remove the coils is to use a set of rounded hooked pliers. Grab the base of the coil and gently pry up the coil and out at the angle that it faces. For the runners at the back that are deep between the intake runners, this is the best way to remove it. If you try and grab them with pliers, you're going to end up damaging the connections. There is a notch on the base of the coil where you can get a good grip on the plastic. Always support the opposite side when removing, blue arrow. Some people just use channel locks to grab them and pull them out. This will work, but you might damage the plastic on the coils, and at the coils between the intake runners, you can damage the actual connection part. The coils are held on by the top of the spark plug, and it takes a surprising amount of force to get them to release. Pull the coil straight up on the slight angle for the cylinder you are working on. It is impossible to tell if a coil is good by just looking at it unless it has physical damage to it. This is the end that grabs the plug. People put a small amount of dielectric grease in here, but it is not absolutely necessary. This is an extremely tight fit over the plug end and will need a fair amount of force to get them on and off. Always use this time to vacuum up any dirt, debris, or remains of the coil connections, red arrow. You do not want this getting down into the spark plug opening. You're going to need a proper 5/8 thin-walled spark plug socket with a proper rubber grommet to hold the plug while lowering it into the spark plug opening, red arrow. Remember, the alternating cylinders have opposite and slight angles to them, red and blue arrows. Insert the plugs on the extension and always start threading them by hand. You do not want to cross-thread these plugs. You can learn a lot about the health of your engine from examining your plugs. The plug should have a slight light brown tone to the electrodes. Wet plugs, oily plugs, or black soot plugs are all signs of an unhealthy engine. Use care when installing the plugs. If you drop a plug, always replace it. They are ceramic and can damage easily. Your plugs will come pre-gapped and you do not need to adjust them, but I always like to double check. If you want to place some dielectric grease on the contact point on the plug, you can, red arrow. Some people put copper anti-seize on the sides of the plugs, but there is no need to. The plug uses the cylinder head to the side of the plug as a ground, and it is better if it is metal to metal. Installation is the reverse of removal. When installing, torque the plugs to 30 Newton meters or 22 foot-pounds. If you are refitting old plugs, torque them to 25 Newton meters or 19 foot-pounds. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and check out another video in this series.